What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the NCAP Cars channel, and today I will be taking a look at the first wave of Race and Rescue color changers from the Disney Pixar Cars diecast color changers lineup. So very excited to get into these guys. These are the first three to come out in the first wave of the Race and Rescue color changers. They're all 1 to a case, I believe, and so yeah, we start off with Race and Rescue Lightning McQueen, Race and Rescue Mater, and then Race and Rescue Sheriff. So very cool. These guys actually do look pretty nice. I do have to admit they look really cool, and I'm very excited to get some of the other ones. I know Red's out right now, and then just recently people have been finding the Race and Rescue Sarge and Rally Racers Lightning McQueen color changers, so those are going to look absolutely cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. But yeah, so these are the ones we get to start off with. So, quick little overview of the packaging. Very simplistic. I'll just use McQueen's as an example. You got the Race and Rescue themed tag right here, which just is the name tag, but it has kind of like the flame red background that the Race and Rescue packaging has. You got the Race and Rescue emblem right back there behind the die cast, and then you have their artworks right there. So, very cool. Looks awesome. You can tell McQueen is changing from blue to red. Very cool. Mater here, very similar. He is really cool. A nice big release as well. Same details. He goes from red to, light blue, which he's already in, so I'll have to change him back. And then of course you got Sheriff here, who is actually probably my favorite out of the bunch. He goes from black to kind of like a military green. So yeah, anyways, I will be right back with these guys all opened up. Alright guys, so here we have the color changers of the big three, McQueen, Sheriff, and Mater, all opened up. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. We're going to start off with McQueen here. So he looks pretty cool. Oh man, it's going to be pretty dark. The light's not on my side right now outside, but you can see he's pretty cool. Nice big smiling expression. Let's see, maybe I can do this hand instead. Nice little smiling expression there. You can see pretty simplistic stuff. It's basically like the regular Race and Rescue line McQueen. Obviously differences in the red. Red's definitely a lot more saturated on this one. The yellow stripe for the lightning bolt in the way in the back only goes to the sides. It is no longer extended to the top. But yeah, otherwise he's pretty much the exact same. You can see here he's got the same colored wheels. The Race and Rescue logo over here is grainier because of course is printed on there, unlike just being a regular sticker on some of the other ones. So there's that. His eyes are actually really nice and crisp, so that's good to see. Race and Rescue logo on the hood is of course a lot crispier because of the fact that it's just a sticker. His little light bar is not translucent, but it does have silver painted on there, unlike this one. And yeah, of course missing the yellow on the spoiler in the back, but nothing too big changing for him wise. Move on to Mater here. I'm trying my best not to heat him up with my hands, because then he will just be color changing right then and there. But he is pretty dang cool. You can see nice design for this Mater. Comparing him to the regular version of him, there are a lot of differences. You can see the towing cable on the back. Do a quick comparison there. You can see there's not as much detail. The black portions or dark gray portions are not painted in. Hook's not painted in. He's missing the blue on the fenders here. So you can see the blue right there on the fenders is no longer present on the color changer version. So that's a shame. Otherwise, he looks pretty good. I think the Race and Rescue logo is just a tiny bit smaller than usual, and yeah, wheels are normal as well. So nothing too big difference-wise. Let's just get it to focusing up on there. The little backside with the caution tape, those are pretty much the exact same. I think it just adds white stripes instead of black stripes in between everything. I think my only real gripe with this guy is just the expression. Like, the mouth is fine, but the eyes are... not the design of the eyes. I know they still have that kind of cool illustrated look, but they're way too far apart. Way too far apart. Like, yeah, it's not good. And then Sarge here, I do not have... Not Sarge, Sheriff. I do not have the regular Sheriff yet, so I won't be comparing him to that yet, because just haven't been able to find that 2-pack. We might as well get a look into his diecast already. So, pretty good design. My first impression of the design is I think it's good. I like kind of like the yellow gold aspect to his logos. He's got the silver bumper, silver bits all painted in, which they didn't do on the main diecast. I know that for a fact. You got Rescue right there. Nice big rims. I think the rims are lacking the yellow trim though, so that's a bit of a disappointment. You got the Sheriff logo on the side with the Race and Rescue logo in yellow and black, so that's pretty cool. I am liking that. You can also see Race and Rescue right there in a nice gold looking version. Pretty cool stuff. And then, you know, the back side is where he has his main design. A little bit of white cover up with some yellow stripes. Race and Rescue. And yeah, overall nothing too big on these guys, but I might as well get the color changing them before the water, especially the hot water or warm water, might have already cooled off already. That's not good. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So McQueen, he needs to go into the cold water first. Oh yeah, okay, now that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, McQueen's is, his is real nice. I do like that look of him a lot. That is actually a great look. I love the dark blue on McQueen. That is fantastic. It contrasts well with the yellow and the red. Whew, I do like that. He might be my favorite color-wise. I do really like the blue from McQueen here. And then Sheriff goes right into the warm. Nice quick splash off the water to the side. And yeah, he also looks real nice. Of course, he was like that in the packaging earlier. I just changed him back so you guys didn't have to see that. But that is cool. I do like that a lot. I like his kind of military green look to him. Birds up there. But yeah, very cool. Love that military green. I think it actually goes really well with his design. So, yeah, pretty good. Nice solid A+ on that guy. And then Mater here. Splash off some of the water. And then, yeah. See, he's basically like now he's just brand new Mater, but in Race and Rescue format. So that's pretty cool. The mirrors stay blue. Everything that's yellow stays yellow. But now the red is this blue color, so that is real cool. I do still like him a lot, despite his expression and whatnot, but pretty dang cool. Yeah, that is really cool. And yeah, I think that's actually going to do it for today's review of the first wave of Race and Rescue color changes. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.